You're listening to the Payload Podcast, brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Motor Vehicles, Motor Carriers Services. Greetings. Welcome to this edition of the Payload Podcast. I'm your host, Randall Myers, and we're here to bring you up-to-date information about the trucking industry from the South Carolina Department of Motor Vehicles, Motor Carrier Services Directorate. And today we're fortunate to be joined by Miss Bridget Bruce, the Deputy Director of the Motor Carrier Services Directorate for the DMV. Thank you so much, Bridget, for joining us here today. It's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here on the Payload Podcast and have this opportunity to talk directly to the trucking industry partners.
So speaking of talking directly to them, one of the things we would like to discuss today is about a new plate design for the Apportioned plate, and we'll be seeing that on the highway soon. Is that correct, Bridget?
That's correct. We are making a change to the Apportioned plate, and you'll see it about mid-April on the road.
Okay, perfect. Now, when the DMV does something like that, there's always a good reason behind it. So was there a reason or something that drove needing to redesign that Apportioned plate?
Yeah, so on the current plate style, the number series that we're using is coming to an end. It's exhausting out. So in efforts to not reuse the same plate numbers, we're coming up with a new series. It's the Apportioned plate, and it'll start with an A.
Like for instance, we have this one right here. So as you can see on this plate, instead of the current plates that we see out there that are being issued that have a P on them, this one starts with an A, and then it has a numerical sequence after that. So really won't be much different other than the A replacing the P as the beginning of the sequence. Now, why did we need to start the sequencing of the numbers over again?
Again, it's because our old plate, our current plate, is running out of number series for that. It's exhausting. And so we're not wanting to reuse numbers or recycle numbers, so we're creating a new series to give a fresh, new lifespan to this plate.
Understood. So let me ask you this. If I'm out here and I'm a carrier right now, and I have one of those Apportioned tags on my truck that begins with the letter P, is there anything that I need to do to change that, or am I okay to just continue running with that P on there for now?
So for anybody that has the current plate style, it's business as usual. There's nothing or any changes that need to be made unless you're replacing that plate if it was lost, stolen, or damaged, or registering a new vehicle. In that instance, you would get the new series of plate.
Excellent. So just let me recap so I have it straight in my mind. If I'm currently driving with the Apportioned tag that begins with the letter P, I don't need to do anything at all, right? Everything is great with that?
You're absolutely correct.
Only if, say, that plate fell off going down the road, or I needed to replace it for some reason, that I would come in and I would be able to get one of these new tags with the letter A on it. Or if I want to add a new vehicle to my fleet for any reason like that, then I would be issued one of these new tags with the letter A.
Yes, that's correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it sounds like a pretty smooth process. If I do need to get one of these now, can I get it at one of the branch offices, or where can I go in to get this plate issued to me?
Yeah, so you can go to the 8 designated IFTA IRP branch offices, or you can mail it into headquarters and get it processed that way.
Okay, perfect. So the offices that most of the industry is used to going to anyhow, or dealing with at headquarters. So if I'm out there and I want some more information about this plate, or about really anything to do with the motor carrier services and what the DMV can offer, how can I get that information?
Sure, you can go to our website, to our trucking portal, which is www.scdmvonline.com, or you can give us a call at 803-896-3870 during normal business hours, and we'll be happy to help.
Excellent. Well, once again, I'd like to thank you, Bridget, for joining us today on the Payload Podcast and providing us with an important and needed update on what's going on with the Apportioned plate. We'll be looking for these plates beginning with the letter A somewhere at the end of April, 1st of May, and seeing them out there on the road. So once again, we appreciate you taking time out of your schedule, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. I appreciated having that opportunity and spending time with you guys on the Payload Podcast.
Great. And to our trucking industry out there, we thank you for being out there on the roads and doing what you do every day. You don't know how much you are appreciated by everyone else. And just remember this until next time, we are South Carolina, and well, you can go anywhere from here. Enjoy.